Hello, are you new to gardening? Can you put a tick in that box? You fancy growing some vegetables? Can you put another tick in that box? Are you going to grow your vegetables at home? Another tick. You haven't got much to work with, so you're going to try and grow them in buckets. Is that another tick? Oh, this video is for you. This video is definitely for you. I tick all those boxes. I'm growing vegetables. I'm growing vegetables at home, and I'm growing them in buckets. The only box I don't tick is new to gardening, because I've quite a few years experience of gardening under my belt now, and I want to share that experience with you. And over the last decade or more, I've been knocking out videos for YouTube, and I'm conscious of who might be watching these videos and what they might get out of the videos. So I have a target audience, and that's my target audience today. New to gardening, gardening at home, gardening in buckets, want to grow vegetables. Okay, so over the years I've been doing all that, and I've got the proof. I've got the proof in the number of videos that are up on my channel that are easily accessed. That's homegrown veg. Just access the channel, you'll find the videos. Shows me sowing, growing, harvesting the vegetables. They're all there if you want to have a look at them. But what I want to do in this video is, I want to give you a heads up of what you could be growing in buckets at home. Yeah, I want to do that. And I'm going to illustrate that with screen grabs of mine from previous years. Shows you what I've been doing, shows you what you could be doing. Okay, so I've knocked out a top 10 vegetables to grow in buckets at home list, and I'm going to read from that list now, and I'm going to cut to the screen grabs. So at the top of the list we've got potatoes and carrots. Who doesn't like potatoes and carrots? On a word of warning, if you're growing carrots, you definitely grow them from seeds. You don't cut the top off a carrot and stick it in a saucer of water. All you're going to get is some nice green leaves. And if you're not a rabbit, then you wouldn't be interested. And when people tell you you can make a great smoothie out of the leaves, well, you can have my smoothie. Okay, so here we go, potatoes and carrots. Right, we're going to move on to the next two on the list now, but before I do that, I'll just remind you that the buckets I'm growing in are X-cut flower water buckets. They're only 10 inches tall and 10 inches diameter roughly, with 4 small holes drilled in the bottom for drainage. That's all they are. So they really are a small bucket, probably as big as a small domestic water bucket. That's all they are. And the soil that I put in there is mainly garden soil, probably put through a riddle, maybe some coir or peat or something added to it. And generally a fertiliser incorporated. That would probably be bloodfish and bone, which is a middle of the road fertiliser. It's not too rich in anything, it's not deficient in anything. It's right there in the middle. It'll do all vegetables really. Where we're going now, next to onions and shallots. You might refer to shallots as green onions. Onions and shallots. Moving on to beetroot and parsnips now. Beetroot and parsnips. What I would say is, at this point, when you are growing in these small buckets, be realistic in what you think you'll get out of these buckets. These big vegetables like onions can be big, beetroot can be big, parsnips can be big. I usually go 4 in a bucket, just 4. But there are occasions when I've overloaded a bucket. I put a lot more in because I've had a lot more seedlings and I didn't want to waste them, so I put them in. And I have got results, and you'll see that through the screen grabs. Anyway, beetroot and parsnips. Okay, only 4 to go, so you're well over halfway. This time we're going to leeks and celery. And again, just like the carrots, celery needs to be grown from seed. Don't think you're going to cut the bottom off a bunch of store-bought celery and plant it and get another bunch of celery. It doesn't happen. You may get a few leaves, and the juicer person will tell you, those leaves are lovely in juice. You can have my juice. Now if you want celery, you need to start from seeds or purchase some plants at your local garden centre. Here we go, leeks and celery. going to do these two when you're in the UK, where it tends to be a bit cooler than, say, the USA, I don't know, southern USA certainly, I'm not too sure about the northern part. Tomatoes and cucumbers, yeah, you can definitely grow those in buckets, just like all the other vegetables that I've mentioned, but you probably need a greenhouse to do this. Yeah, you will. You'll need a greenhouse. If you're growing tomatoes and cucumbers in the UK, you probably need a greenhouse. You may want to try them outside. I have, and I've always failed. But I get good results in my small 8x6 greenhouse. Okay, tomatoes and cucumbers, last two for this video. Have you been inspired? Are you going to give it a go? Give it a go. Come on. If you don't sow, you won't grow. If you don't grow, you'll never know whether you can do this or not. Plant something. When you plant something, you're planting something that's going to reward you in the future. You've got a future. Plant a garden. Plant something in buckets. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, a like would be nice. If you're not a subscriber, yeah, a subscribe would be nice. This is Homegrown Veg, signing out.